organization now. I mean, how do you feel if you were going to go to a football game or to a baseball game? You're going to have to worry if bin Laden has his people there to blow it up. We have to take action. And as far as to declaring war against Afghanistan, we've given Afghanistan and the Taliban ample warning that anyone who aids and abets these fugitives, there will be no distinction. And the Taliban today refused to hand over bin Laden. So just like in the United States, even though if you don't commit a crime and you're not there, you're still an accessory. You know, Afghanistan and the Taliban, they're still an accessory to bin Laden and his terrorist acts against us.
And Larry over here quickly.
Yeah, I agree with you absolutely, but you know, I believe that it's imperative that we do strike back. But first of all, I also think that it's important that we gather intelligence on the people that were involved, the factions, the organizations that were behind this. I think it's imperative that we know who these people are. Undoubtedly, innocent people are going to be killed. I mean, that's just one of the consequences of war. But the bottom line is, let's just not go over there half-cocked. Let's go over there with a purpose, and let's execute that purpose when we go over there.
Congressman, looking to the future, and before you get out of here, I wanted to ask you about the counter-terrorist measures that Congress has been asked to pass. What will those entail? And I know there's a couple in particular that you would like to see changed.
One area, Bobby, that I have actually been working on for over a year now is to untie the hands of both our president and our intelligence agencies in a couple of areas. For example, to me, it doesn't seem to make any sense if we give a president authority to wage war and to bomb areas around the world, whether it's Kosovo, Somalia, or very possibly now Afghanistan, to try and take out a foreign terrorist leader, and yet we don't give him the authority to go in with a Delta Force team or a special operations team and take out that one individual. That doesn't make any sense, yet for a generation we've had a restriction on the books that won't allow us to assassinate a foreign terrorist leader. We ought to repeal that so the president has the full range of options available to him. Also, we don't need to tie the hands of our intelligence agencies so that they can only deal with those foreign agencies that have the same view of human rights as we do. That severely limits the ability of our intelligence agencies to gather intelligence information that could save us from this sort of thing.
Can't deal with just Boy Scouts, that's for sure.
There are very few in the world outside of America.
All right, Congressman Babar, I know you've got to go, but thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you, Bobby, and it's great being with my
today.
former colleague and friend, Pat Schroeder.
And she will be staying with us as we go to a break here in just a few moments. Let me do some emails. Helen in North Carolina says, we must not give the terrorists what they want. To retaliate with force would give them an excuse to do it to us again. Just impose severe sanctions and embargoes on Afghanistan and any other country that supports the terrorists. Nick emails us, the morale of the American people will never rise until they see evidence that someone is paying dearly for this outrage. Stay with us. Gary Bauer will also be joining us. We'll be back right after this.
Among the highest number of graduates in computer science and engineering in the country. Over 4,700 graduates in computer and information sciences. Over 5,000 graduates in engineering, including chemical and bioengineering. And they all graduated from the same place. Just who produces this kind of talent for the workforce each and every year?
Pennsylvania.
Now's the best time to join America Online.
If I knew it was this easy, I would have started a long time ago.
Because now you can try AOL and get our best offer ever. 1,000 hours of AOL free for 45 days.
Plug it in and you go.
You don't need a credit card to join AOL. Call 1-877-265-0100 and be online in minutes.
America Online is the easy one.
Our free 24-hour customer service representatives are always available by phone.
Customer service is always there to help.
1,000 hours for 45 days free. Call 1-877-265-0100 to get everything AOL offers.
You've got mail.
I've got mail. I love when an instant message pops up.
AOL has parental controls.
And that's a good thing.
Chat, instant messages, email.
AOL has it all.
Now you can join AOL right over the phone. You don't even need a credit card.
Fire up the computer and off you go.
Get online in minutes. Our operators are standing by.
If we could do it, anyone can.
America Online, so easy to use, no wonder it's #1. Call 1-877-265-0100 for AOL's best offer ever.
Want to earn money market rates on your checking account?
Open a super interest checking account online with MyBank USA. You'll earn the highest interest rate with a minimum balance of only $2,500. And you can pay your bills online.
You can also apply for super interest checking online. It's a great way to earn money market interest on your checking account.
To learn more, go to mydiscountbroker.com and click on MyBank USA.
Introducing new Kellogg's Special K Red Berry cereal. Crunchy sweet flakes, now with slices of real strawberries, right in the box. Looking good, never tasted so great. Kellogg's Special K Red Berries. It's new.
In Gateway Country, we know some folks hold off on buying new technology until the price comes down. Heck, some are still waiting on color TV. Oh, that's better. Well, now the Gateway Performance 1500 PC featuring the Intel Pentium 4 processor comes loaded for just $9.99. That's highly advanced performance at a price to suit anybody. And I mean anybody. Get a free upgrade to Windows XP when you buy this Gateway PC.
After another day of mourning, those left standing continue their search for life and loved ones. And the stage is set for a borderless war, as President Bush promises victory against terrorism. For complete coverage, stay with CNN.
Welcome back. Joining us now is CNN's Nick Robertson, who is the only Western correspondent in Afghanistan. He joins us from Kandahar by way of video phone. And Nick, we know that Pakistani officials met with leaders of the Taliban today in order to demand that they turn over Osama bin Laden. Have you heard anything about how that meeting went?
Well, the Taliban officials have characterized the meetings as that they are considering what's been told to them. They also say, however, that they've heard it all before. The focus really shifts from where we are, which is the spiritual capital of for the Taliban, Kandahar in the south of Afghanistan, to Kabul in the north tomorrow, where 600 of the country's top religious leaders will gather to debate just that issue of Osama bin Laden and the issue of what Afghanistan would do if it were to be attacked in the coming days.
I asked you on Saturday if it was considered certain that Osama bin Laden was in Afghanistan. I think that you answered that we were pretty much to assume that. Do you think that's still the case, or is it likely that he is not there?
It's highly likely that he is here. We certainly haven't heard anything to the contrary. It does have to be said that the borders with Pakistan are incredibly porous. And although we've heard today that Pakistan is sealing its borders more effectively with Afghanistan to keep out a flood of refugees that might seek shelter there, there are deserts in these borders where it's very, very difficult for Pakistani authorities to patrol. I was there with their anti-narcotics force a couple of years ago, going over these desert areas in helicopters, and you could see mile upon mile upon mile where cars were just able to drive freely across the border. So it would be possible for him to sneak across the border, but it would probably put him in more danger if he were to do that, because he would be putting himself closer to possible apprehension.
Questions from the audience for you. Let me take one from Ray.
Thank you. I was wondering, to what extent is Pakistan willing to support the U.S. once we do attack Afghanistan? Will they give us the permission to use the airspace, or will we be allowed to go on land with forces across their country?
Well, so far the Pakistan leadership has indicated that it would want to debate each issue exactly what they were going to do, but so far they've been very clear that they will give whatever support is required. And certainly the Pakistani officials, in contrast with the way they've dealt with the Taliban in the past. Those diplomats coming here today have delivered a very, very hard, tough, straight-in-the-face message, if you will, to the Taliban. This is quite uncharacteristic of Pakistani-Taliban relationships in the past. So it would appear very clear at this time that Pakistan is very much behind America on this issue, although the very specifics of land, exactly whether they can use ports, etc., we understand that those will have to be worked out case by case. Certainly, though, Pakistan has a lot to offer the United States in those particular assets.
Eric, question?
Is there visible evidence that Afghanistan is preparing to go to war with the United States?
Certainly, their leader, Mullah Omar, made a public address a couple of days ago, and the way he did that was on the radio system here, the national radio system. The Taliban, of course, banned all televisions when they came to power 5 years ago. And in that address, he really gave people a pep talk, pumped them up, if you will, in preparation for a possible war. He told people to put their faith in God, in Allah, and if they did that, then they should be safe, that they should not be afraid of America. So there's been a sort of a preparation of the population, if you will. In terms of a military preparation, certainly we just traveled 300 miles yesterday driving down from the capital, Kabul, down here to Kandahar in the south. And I must say, we didn't see any military preparation on the way down. There were perhaps only 2 checkpoints between here and Kabul, 300 miles away. So we don't get the feeling on the ground right here where we are that there is an intense military build-up going. But it also has to be said, the Taliban have a lot of assets deployed in the north fighting their ongoing civil war, and they don't have a huge amount of military assets anyway. What they really have is a lot of young, dedicated fighters willing to throw down their life to put Taliban in power over the whole country.
All right, Nick Robertson, thank you very much for joining us. Appreciate all the information you bring us once again. We will continue here. Are we taking a break or continuing on? We're taking a quick break here, and then we'll be back with Pat Schroeder and Gary Bauer. Stay with us.
I remember 20 years ago how they turned the racing world upside down. First by introducing a race car with quattro all-wheel drive, and second by having a woman driving.
Reports as events unfold in America's new war. Stay with CNN.
How would you like to lose that big belly and save big money? Then you need the Abdur system, designed to aerobically burn fat as it flattens your abs in just minutes a day, and it's yours for a fraction of the cost. Look, ab machines strengthen muscles but won't reduce your waist, and some exercises can make your muscles bigger. Only the Abdur's rotating torso trimmer targets your upper abs, lower abs, and obliques, all in one fat-burning circular motion. You'll flatten your stomach in weeks, not months. We guarantee it.
Before I started using the Abdur system, I was really unhappy the way I looked. Ever since I started using the Abdur system, I started seeing immediate results, and I feel so much happier and more confident in everything I do.
These machines cost up to $8,000. The Abdur does the work of all these machines. Millions have sold for 5 payments of only $29.95. But if you call now, we'll lower the price to 5 payments of only $19.95. That's a $50 savings. Plus, you get the Abdobix nutritional guide and motivational video free. We guarantee you'll lose at least 2 inches in just 10 days or your money back. So call now.
This remote control is my magic wand to summon the police, fire department, paramedics, or my doctor. It contacts Life Alert, my 24-hour personal security service. I've told their computers where I live, about my husband's heart condition, his medication, and who to call in case of emergency.
Oh.
So what is it?
I got a pain in my chest. We're summoning the paramedics and your doctor, Mr. Perkins. Help is on the way.
With Life Alert, you're never alone.
Thank God for Life Alert. I owe my life to it. I know. My life was on the line and they saved it.
Call the number on your screen to receive your free information about Life Alert's round-the-clock 24-hour protection. The phone call and information are free. Don't delay. Please call this toll-free number now.